Social media has changed the way we receive our news. Events that used to go through a chain of people before being covered can now be shown in an instant after occurring. But how did this happen? How did we get to where we are now? Back in the 1900s, news and journalism used the gatekeeping model, an idea traced back to psychologist Kurt Lewin. Essentially, editors and journalists would decide what information went through to the public and what didn't, acting as filters. Before an event could be reported to the public, it had to be covered by a reporter, allowed to be shown by an editor, and pushed out by the publisher where everyone could see. And it worked. It was streamlined, efficient, and the public was getting the information they wanted. Nothing but smooth sailing for years to come. At least, that's what the news organizations thought. Social media shattered the gatekeeping model. Nowadays, news organizations cannot be gatekeepers, when anyone can record and upload a story to post online. Instead of news organizations having exclusive rights to what the public receives, there's a steady flowing stream of information available to everyone by everyone. News organizations were forced to adapt, and have gotten much faster at getting news out there. But this increase in speed also brings an influx of misinformation. Since the 2000s, various social media sites have gotten billions of users. Facebook has nearly 3 billion, TikTok has 1 billion, YouTube and Instagram each have more than 2 billion users, and countries are outright banning some sites. Because of this, misinformation runs rampant, especially politically. In 2017, prior to general elections in France and Germany, up to 25% of news shown were false or misleading. In 2023, the war between Russia and Ukraine was drowning in false stories. Organizations focused on pumping out fake stories cropped up left and right, and now, more than ever, with the introduction of generative AI, misinformation is just a click away. However, there are still upsides to social media's dismantling of traditional news. Because news aren't exclusive to organizations, stories that normally wouldn't be covered by a station now can be covered by anyone who happened to be there.
I feel like a lot of mainstream news sites, right? I don't know, like on TV and, just articles and whatnot. I feel like they're so close-minded, or they're just so one way or the other, I guess. And I feel like with social media, you're able to see, real inputs from peoples and minorities and people who are like living through actual serious situations that they're talking about on TV. And so, you're able to see a lot more of what the world is actually like compared to what news sites would tell you it's like.
It's a blow against censorship, and a win for the freedom of the public. And while misinformation is rampant, many journalists are still devoted to ensuring that their stories are well-researched and truthful. Now, it's just a matter of not trusting everything you see online.